What's going on, guys? Doty here, back from the vlog, and today we're going to be working on the Mustang. We're doing a facelift on the front end, so changing things up quite a bit. The first thing is I have this GT 500 style grille that's going to go in the upper, which means I'm getting rid of my fog lights. That means that this custom grille that everyone freaking asked me about is going bye-bye. However, I am going to keep all the parts because I just want to keep it in case I ever want to go back. Also, I have the fog lights going in right here, so it's like the GTCS or the V6 Premiums. I have fog lights going in right there. Another thing you guys keep asking about is where's the fitted racing splitter that we made? To be honest, I am the template for that one because that was the first time he ever built on a Boss lip. So he used mine and I had to take it off to make all the other ones for you guys. So now he's finally returning mine and I'll have a new lip on there. I guess splitter, not lip. One of the final things that I really want to do and I'm excited about, I have a carbon piece right here that will replace all this. I bought a riv nut gun or a riv screw gun or whatever, so it'll give me threads into the carbon so I'm not just drilling and screwing directly onto the carbon. The upper grille that I bought, that's actually from an Instagram user, it's already pre-painted gloss black, so I'm gonna try to match my lower GT 500 grille, which I already have, to match that. So I might just respray them both, but first I gotta pop off the bumper. I'm actually gonna have to pop off the rear bumper too to do the license plate surround, so might as well just go ahead and get started and I'll show you guys the steps along the way. Check this out, we got the bumper all off. I put blue tape just to protect the fenders because I am doing this alone. It does kind of like fly off at the end, but you'll be good to go. There's the bumper, the little cowl piece, and here are those fog lights I was talking about. These are basically the ones that are on GT California Specials. So this actually even has the HID kit, so it'll match the headlights perfectly. I'm gonna go ahead, take off the lower, which has these couple screws, pop it out, and then I'll show you guys the comparison of the colors. Let me show you guys the difference. This one's all dirty from after a cruise and stuff, but now you can see the difference of the gloss black to the grayish plastic. So I'm gonna go ahead, clean these up, and I'm probably just gonna go over this one so that way they match perfectly. The product I'm using is Duplicolor Automotive Primer Adhesion Promoter, and then the SEM or SEM Color Coat. This is flexible, it's for plastics, and hopefully this lasts pretty long because this is basically what OEM plastics are painted with. Taking a closer look, you can just see all these little white dots. That's actually from rock chips and stuff. So all of that just kind of flakes off. Gonna go ahead, hit with the adhesion promoter, and then keep this process moving. So I have the adhesion promoter already sprayed down, so now I'm working on the sim stuff. So it says to do light coats every 5 minutes until it looks the way you want. So I'm gonna keep just layering on light coats every 5 minutes, but I'll show you guys what I'm working with right now. Here's what they're looking like after the first coat. You can see the top one's still a little glossier, but you can see already off of the first light coat, a lot of the rock chips and stuff have kind of gone away. So we're just gonna continue to layer these up every 5 minutes, and I'll probably do like 5 or 6 coats probably by the end of this. As always with painting, you wanna be in a well-ventilated area, use a mask, just be safe. You wanna last a long time, and your body is super important about keeping it healthy. This is how we're looking after, I don't even know how many coats, probably like 4 or 5. It's evening out pretty well, and it's coming along pretty good. So right there is how this is cut, in case you guys wanna copy it. The best thing I would say to do to improve this is cut these little tabs and then just 3M it onto the outer grille. I had to take off my fog lights, so those are right there. And to put in the GT 500 upper grille, you have to cut that post and that post. The middle one was already cut, so I'm just gonna have to do that later, and then whenever these are dry, I can snap them back into place. Right here is the new piece of carbon that'll be going onto the rear license plate surround. It'll go in place of that plastic with the little lines on it. So right here is the insert. It has threading on the inside, which will allow you to have threading on whatever you drill and insert it to. And that'll have threads on it because this will like pancake right here and it'll squish in between whatever material that you're drilling into. For this point, we're gonna be drilling into carbon, so a little nerve-wracking, but I think it'll be just fine. The first step when you're drilling carbon is to put a piece of tape on there, and that way, now we have a place to write on so we can center it out and mark it perfectly.
That's so scary.
You tighten that little insert all the way down. This is the next step. Make sure it's nice and straight. Put it in all the way and then squeeze. You'll kind of hear a sound that you don't want to hear, so. Right there, you can kind of hear some cracking, but just slowly work your way up.
All right.
And then you spin it off right here. And if it doesn't spin in there, well, you did it right because now you have threads. So all of these are nice and inserted. They don't spin or anything, so I have a good spot to put my plate. And as you can see, there's little fingerprints and dirt and smudges and stuff. So as I was grabbing my Liquid X, it reminded me that Liquid X actually has a mystery box now. So for the 25 bucks, you get all of this stuff. So let me show you guys. 16 ounces of butter wax, 16 ounces of the VRP dressing, the VRP applicator, and glass cleaner, which is basically, if you bought it all individually, it'd be 53 bucks. And this all comes for only 25 bucks. So it's kind of like gambling in a sense, because you don't know what exactly you're gonna get, but it is way over the value of what you're spending. As always, I use Liquid X to keep my car clean, and that's just, everybody asks, how do I keep a black car clean? Well, Liquid X, that's how I do it. And if you need 15% off, you can use the code Jacob15. I'll have the link down in the description below, and you can even get 15% off of this $25 mystery box. That's a smoking deal, and we're just gonna continue on with the mods. It's getting a little dark now, but we're gonna keep cooking because I just gotta get it done. Alright, so John's going to show you guys how to take this off. It's really simple after we figured it out, but you push those two tabs down, and once it pops, you kind of slide it to the left, and it slides right out. So that's how it works. So with the new fog lights I was trying to put on, these are the ballast for the HIDs. It turns out they actually aren't plug and play. The previous owner's actually going to look up and see if he has the old harness and see if it's on there. But we just kind of mocked everything up, snapped the bumper back on. This is a little hint of what's going to happen tomorrow. John's going to bring over his hardware and we're going to install the splitter tomorrow morning. And this is the grills. This is how it's looking so far. So totally refresh the front end. And then I'll also have the fog lights down below. So now we have the back piece off. The bumper is off, kind of. So we have it all taped up just in case, but the mud flaps came off, pulled out the taillight just to give us enough room, and we reached down right here in the taillight gap and basically pushed the tabs and yanked on it, and it came out finally. Here's the finished product of the carbon piece that we have. We have the new hardware I have on there, black hardware with an Allen, and this is beautiful. I mean, this piece is going to be so sick. So we're going to go ahead and snap it on in, and there it is installed. Just don't look at all the fingerprints and dirt on it. The car is super dirty after our road trip and stuff. So as you guys can see, got carbon fiber around the license plate. So it's now the next day. We have way more energy. I'm sure you can already tell just in that, well, intro. But John's back. We're over here working on the Mustang. Round 2. We're gonna do the splitter. I don't have the harness still for the fog lights, so that'll just be wrapped up in tape so that way I can drive it. The carbon is looking sick. The black hardware, it's looking awesome. So that'll be cool. We're just gonna pop off the bumper and start working on the splitter. Here's all the parts that came off yesterday. Stock shifter there. So everything's coming along. So for you guys that are buying these, as you can see, there is a stack of washers under here to give it support. So I want to show you guys the technique that we found, because it can be kind of a hassle when you're stacking all these, that they kind of spin around and stuff. So what the trick is, when you find all the washers in the stack that you need, you put it on the bolt and then you just masking tape the edge and leave a little lip so that way you can pull it off. So John's gonna do that really quick. We'll show you guys that, but it's really simple. You just slide it on in there. Slide it through, and then put the bolt through. And just like that, it goes right in. And then John will put on the little washer and nut, and then we'll just pull off the masking tape. Honestly, I would say this saves probably 20-30 minutes on the install, because you'll drop washers, and that was like the biggest pain in the butt, is you'll just drop the washers, have to restack them. But this makes it so easy, and we just tested this out, and I want to share it with you guys. Now he's done, he put on the little nut and washer, you just pull it off and see it spins right off. So definitely do that, and just that fitted racing ingenuity right there. Now everything is nice and attached, super strong. This thing is not going anywhere. Have everything on there, even have a little discreet gloss black fitted sticker, which I don't even know if you guys can see that. We also have all the wiring right here zip tied so that way it doesn't slap around until I get the harness. So now we're gonna go ahead, put it on the car, and then we'll attach this to the chassis where we already have the holes drilled. And this thing will be a chassis mounted aluminum composite splitter. Here is the splitter all installed. I'm gonna go ahead and wash the car. There's just tons of fingerprints and plastic cuttings, marks, and stuff like that. But we have everything all done, even the rear. So yeah, like I said, it's just super dirty. I don't have shade, so it's gonna be a full sin. Just try to be as protected as I can inside, and we'll see how it works. So this is Liquid X's new wheel cleaner. It says to make sure the wheels are cool, which mine have been inside all day. So we're just gonna spray vigorously all over this place. And this is safe for multiple wheel finishes, as this is not acidic. This is actually alkaline, which is the total opposite. So it says spray generously all over the place. So we're going ham on it. Probably way too much right there, but I'm gonna let it soak for a minute. I'll pull out a brush and we'll see how it works. I went ahead and even sprayed it onto the brush, so now I'm just gonna kind of rub it in, break up anything that's loose, even get some of the tire, get everything I can. I'll go ahead and rinse it and we'll see how it turned out. Back you guys up, hopefully you guys don't get sprayed. That's nice and rinsed. We're gonna come in close, rub it with my finger. That's pretty clean to me. Everything is pretty spotless there. This is pretty nice because I used very minimal effort. Even the tire, that's usually like a big spot for like black streaks and stuff. So I'd highly recommend this. It really took no effort. I literally sprayed it on, rubbed it around a little bit, and we're good to go. So gonna continue on, wash the whole car, and finish it up. Here's the finished product, just doing a quick walk around. You can see the front end. We've got the splitter, the new grille, the new fog lights, all that is installed. This is looking sick. Yeah, that's just looking so nice, so much better. Still got the yellow, everything here. Now we have carbon right here. Carbon around the license plate, which just shines so much in the sun, it looks perfect. Successful front end update because it looks completely different now. Like if you see that coming behind you, it's gonna be super aggressive. So like I kind of hinted, I have some interior pieces coming for the Mustang, so if you're not subscribed already, you guys need to subscribe down below. There's gonna be some awesome things coming with that Mustang. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I'm gonna go ahead, shower, get ready for my barbecue, and show off the new front end to everybody. So if you guys enjoyed, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.